let's go ahead and discuss a little bit more about my second shake test video, because some of you misunderstood my comment about me deciding to become a Hmong shaman. It wasn't because I just woke up one day because I'm bored and decided to become a Hmong shaman. No, there was a lot of thinking, a lot of self-healing that I had to do for many years before I even took on this journey. And quite honestly, I didn't even think that I was going to have to do this kind of work. And when I first heard about me potentially doing this work, I was so stressed and scared because I don't know anything about Hmong shamanism. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of background about me and my family and why I am a Hmong shaman now. So at least for myself, I have not been in the Hmong community for many years. Okay, and I grew up in Hmong shamanism, but my parents weren't actively doing ceremonies. The most that we did was maybe hoopli for the new year, but other than that, we don't really practice or even attend a lot of ceremonies. And so this is something that I was not really familiar with, and I didn't know much about it. And we didn't have any living relatives, or at least from my conversation with my parents, we don't really have any relatives that are shamans. And so I didn't know anything about it, and I was going through so much things in my life, like financially, depression, anxiety, PTSD. Like, I was going through it. I was going through a lot, and I felt like I was going crazy, you know? And I went to see multiple therapists, and nothing was really working out for me. And so I didn't know what I needed to do. I didn't know my life purpose. And that's when I started soul searching for myself. And of course, naturally, I was drawn into Hmong shamanism again, because a lot of the things that are being said by shamans really resonated with me. And so I decided to do some readings and do some research, and I learned that I am gifted. So at this point, I was really confused because I don't have any family members from either side that is a shaman. So I was really confused, and I talked to my parents. And this is the first time that I'm talking to my parents about shamanism, because, you know, as we have elders in our Hmong community, they don't really talk about anything. They don't tell us anything, right? Unless you ask. And so it's my first time talking to my parents about this. And that's when my mom and dad confirmed that my dad's dad, which is my grandpa, he was a shaman, but he passed away before I was born. So they never told me about it. And so I'm finding all of this out right now, like as I'm talking to my parents. And then I also found out that my dad was supposed to become a shaman, but he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it. And he did the shake test. He got really sick, and he still didn't want to become a shaman. And so I don't have shamans from either my mom or dad's side. And so at this point, I was talking to my dad, and I asked him and I said, do you know that if you don't choose to become a shaman, I have to do it? And he didn't say anything, because I believe that he knew that that was true. Because my dad is somebody who will say something if he don't believe that it's true. But the fact that he didn't respond to me, that's how I knew that he knew that one day one of us will have to do it. So that's when I'm like, okay, I will go ahead and take the fall. I will go ahead and do it, because you didn't do it, so I will do it. So then the responsibility wouldn't have to fall onto somebody else. And so that was when I decided that I was going to become a Hmong shaman.